This is Mr. Gadella, and today I'm going to show you how to use Pixlr.com. First thing I'm going to do is I want to get a picture to use with Pixlr. So I'm going to go to Explore and go down to Art Trivia. Now I can click on any of these pictures. I'll click and open it up. Right click, or if you're working on a Chromebook, you can two-finger click, and you can click on the very first option there, which is Save Image As. Once you click on that, it brings up a little window here. You'll go ahead and click Save. Next thing I want to do is now I want to go to the Tools section right here. Click on Tools. Come down to Pixlr, which is right here. Click on Pixlr. It opens up a new window. Now here is my Pixlr window. I'm going to go to Open Image from Computer. So I'll click on that. I'm going to look for that picture that I saved, so I'll just go ahead and scroll down until I find it. There it is. Click on that. Click Open. And there's my picture. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and maximize this by clicking on those double boxes. Next I want to show you the Tools section right here. You got a lot of tools. This is the Crop tool right here. It's already selected. If I bring it over my image and if I click and drag, it'll give me this grid, and now I can move this grid around and I can double click inside of it and it'll crop the image. If I press Control Z, then it'll undo it. I can also undo it just by coming up here to Edit and clicking Undo. Now I'm going to go ahead and click out of that. Come over here to my Selection tool. This Selection tool allows me to select different parts of my picture. Now I can click on the Move tool and move it around however I'd like. Press Control Z again. If I want to deselect it, I come back up to Edit, come down to Deselect All, and it gets rid of the selection. These are also two other selection tools right over here, this Lasso tool and the Wand tool. You could use those. Here's a Pencil tool. It's just a simple drawing tool. Now I can change my pencil color. Press Control Z there by coming down here and clicking on my palette. Now it opens up a palette window. I can drag these wherever I like. Bring it over here, drag my circles around, changes my color over here. You see wherever I move it around, it changes my color. Click OK. Now I can change the options on my pencil as well. I can click on Plane, make the size bigger if I want to, or smaller. I can click the opacity and the amount. I'll go ahead and start drawing with it here. Press Control Z, undo that. You also have a paintbrush. Same thing for the paintbrush tool. You can change the type of paintbrush, the shape of it, so forth and so on. Now come down here and there's a lot of other tools. You can erase if you want to, different sections. But the one thing I do want to show you, there's a lot of tools you can experiment with over here. But one thing I do want to show you is our Layers window, and that's this window right here. I can click right here and make a new layer, and that's like adding a clear piece of plastic to your project. So now that when I draw with, let's say, my brush tool, let's say I'm going to give her a nice green unibrow right here, I can actually go back up to my Move tool right up here, and now since it's on a different layer, that green unibrow, I can move it around wherever I like. Okay, I can even make it a green mustache or whatever. And I can delete layers as well. I can go ahead and delete it if I like to. Now I'm going to go ahead and get that back just by pressing Control Z. I want to show you some of your options up here. You can change your image, you can flip it around, you can do different filters. I'm going to actually use one of these adjustment filters. I'm going to go to Hue and Saturation. Maybe say I wanted a blue unibrow instead. I can change this to, I'm going to get some blue. Change the saturation however I like. There's a lot of different filters you can use. I'll let you experiment with those as well at your discretion. So have some fun. This is Pixlr, and I hope you enjoy it.